When I turned 30, I decided to completely change my life. I quit my job, left everything behind, and moved by myself from England to Canada. Follow along with me as I embark on a new career as a truck driver and build a new life whilst trying to navigate through the highs and the lows of emigrating to a new country alone. My name is Jen and welcome to my channel. Alright everybody, good morning, welcome back to another video. It's me, Jen, and it is a beautiful sunny day here in Ontario, Canada. So I've just hooked up my truck. It's around midday here, so about noon. We are heading to our appointment in Orangeville to load up with meat of some kind, and basically my appointment's not till 3. It takes around an hour to get there, so I am going to be early, but apparently they're going to try and work me in. So we're going to head over there now. Even if I have to sit for a little bit, that's fine. I can always grab a bit of lunch or whatever, and then we're heading to Illinois, so let's go. But yes, so we're here in Orangeville. We are loading. I'm in the door. I got here about 20 minutes ago, but technically my appointment is until 3. It's 2:30 now, so I mean my light has gone red, so I'm assuming they're getting me started. And then we've got 4 hours to the Ambassador Bridge at Detroit. That's where we're going to be crossing today. But we do have to go to Combo, however the hell you say it, to get our paperwork, because we have to do all the bloody meat inspections and all that fun stuff. So yes, that's pretty much what we're doing. And then we're going to meat inspection, which my appointment is 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and that's only 15 minutes from the border in Detroit. I have stayed there before. I know the guy. Shout out to Heavy, my bro. Thank you for always getting me sorted out there. So that's the plan. We're sleeping in Detroit tonight. I'll let you guys know when we're fully loaded though. So it looks like our other driver is here. He is going to be loading up with the same thing as me, and we're going to the same destination. I've never met him yet though, so I need to go and say hi. Hello everybody. So I haven't really filmed anything all day because I couldn't be bothered. Honestly, I'm so sorry, but I'm still trying to get back into work after my time in England. But I've literally been out like back to back for like 9 days straight. Then I had the weekend off. Went out all weekend, was super busy, went to like drag shows and concerts and stuff, because like I get tired of like not seeing people and doing anything. And after doing something every single day in England, I was a bit bored, so I was like, right, I need to plan something to do. So I had a really good weekend, but now I'm just like, now it's Monday and I'm trying to get back into work, and it's like, and then trying to film on top of that. I don't think you guys can understand how much extra effort it takes to like set the camera up in different places and set the GoPro up, and like that on top of everything else I have to do can sometimes be a little bit overwhelming. And like occasionally I will start filming a video and then like not finish filming it because like I'll just get caught up working. So please forgive me if I'm a little bit inconsistent sometimes, but that's just the way it is, I'm afraid. So we made it to Detroit. Look how beautiful the sunset is. Oh my gosh, I've never seen Detroit look so stunning. But yeah, so we made it to the meat inspection place. I've been here a million times, and we have an appointment at 6 a.m. Now I did speak to one of our other drivers, and he said last time he was here at 6 a.m, someone pounded on the door at 1:30 in the morning and was like, back into a space now, or just be like the last person of the day to be seen. So I'm really hoping that doesn't happen to me, because like, yeah, that would be really annoying if I get woken up, because you know, it's not like we have to drive 9-10 hours a day. Like, yeah, we don't need sleep or anything, that's fine. But I have something to show you guys. So I brought something back from England that I've added to my truck, and I absolutely love it. So let me show you. Okay, so just quickly, sorry, I am just going to sort my bed out. It's a bit of a mess, but I'm going to give the mattress a vacuum. I'm going to put my freshly washed fitted sheet on, organise the pillows, and then I'm going to show you the surprise. Okay, so I've given my mattress a little bit of a hoover, but all of this stuff that I have by my bed is kind of bothering me. So I'm thinking that in this cupboard, I have like a little set of drawers. I'm going to clear a set of drawers out and put all this crap in. So like this drawer here, I can probably just take this out, put all that stuff in here. I will organise that in a minute and use this. So we have my wonderful fan that I'll probably be using tonight, and my hair dryer. Oh, I hate putting fitted sheets on. absolutely hate putting fitted sheets on. Okay, so we are finally tidy. Let me show you the end result. So yes, I have organised my bed. I have my TV. And look what I brought home from England. My PlayStation. So right now I am playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I also have God of War that I need to try. I've not played that yet. I also have Hogwarts Legacy, and I've got a few DVDs with me as well that I brought from home because I'm getting sick of paying for streaming platforms and not being able to find the films I want to watch. So yes, my bed is looking much better, much tidier, so that makes me feel good. Ignore all the crap behind me here that I have to sort out. But yeah, I usually just kind of dump everything onto my truck when I get there after a reset, and then I just drive to where I need to go and then sort everything out when I get to the destination. So I'm really happy that I've got that done. I've got my bag of potatoes, so I've got four jacket potatoes that I can make, so you guys know that's my favourite. I've got a little bit of cheese with me that I can do cheesy jackets. I've got some tuna and some mayonnaise I can have, but right now I'm just gonna finish tidying and sort of hunker down for the night and meet this little guy as well. His name is Ewan. I want to shout out one of my very special subscribers, Melody. Thank you so much for sending Ewan to me, because I did make a point that when my reefer isn't turned on, it's like white noise to me, so I struggle sleeping whenever it's off. And she sent me this. It's like a little baby toy, but it's got like a white noise machine inside, and I use it like every night. So thank you so much. So shout out to Melody. Thank you for being such a wonderful, caring and giving person. I really appreciate you, and the world needs more people like you. So yeah, my bed's looking pretty cozy. I did, however, just drop my TV on the floor by accident, so I should probably check that that still works. So we are all locked up. We are going to draw the curtains for the night. Oh, I also brought this camping chair that I haven't tried out yet. Well, I tried it out for 2 minutes earlier when I was getting loaded, and then immediately had to back my truck in. So I've not tried it as much as I wanted to, but yeah. We're gonna call it a night, and I'm probably gonna make a baked potato. But yeah, that's my bed all sorted. Okay, good morning everybody. It is the next morning, obviously. It's 5:55 in the morning. I've been up for about 20 minutes now. The sun is coming up and we are going to go and check in for our appointment. So yeah, it's looking really busy already, but the sunrise looks beautiful, so I will show you guys what we're working with this morning. Oh, I look a bit rough, but good news is once I checked in, I did actually manage to go back to sleep. Because I was so tired this morning. I was like, I need to sleep. I've had my 4 hours sleep. I got a couple more hours. It's now 8:30. They've just phoned. Luckily, I was already starting to wake up and they called. And he said, in 10 minutes, go to door number 8. So that's perfect. So I can just sort of like push my curtains back, get everything situated, and then back in to door 8. I mostly keep saying door number 8 so that if I forget, I can watch this back and remember, oh yeah, it's door 8. So, I'm really glad that I got some more sleep, because boy did I need it. I was tired. Okay guys, let's head to door number 8. So you'll have to forgive the slightly unflattering GoPro angle here, but this is me just backing into the dock. I have to come here every time we take a meat load from Canada to the US. It has to go through various inspections. They're very hot on the paperwork. It all has to be in order. And once the inspection is done, it can take anything from 20 minutes to 20 hours sometimes. You are then able to go and make the delivery. Well, it's absolute chaos here. There's people trying to back in, people trying to pull out, people trying to go somewhere else. So yes, but we backed in and we're just waiting to get inspected. My appointment was originally for 6 a.m. and it's now 9:03, so I woke up for no reason. But it's fine, at least I wasn't woken up at 1:30 a.m. because that would have put me in a bad mood. So now what I'm going to do is make a coffee, sort of tidy. Well, I'm kind of tidy, to be honest. Oh, never mind. Probably do my bedding and then plan my route to Rochelle, Illinois. So this is my coffee machine. I have to strap it down so it doesn't move anywhere. It's a bit of an awkward position, but we move. So I plug it in with an extension cord. That comes on. And I use these like funky little coffee pods in my little pantry. There we go. They're these cool little coffee pods, filter coffee. Smells incredible. So we drop that in there. Wait for the magic to happen. Cup doesn't fit, which is annoying, but I just kind of rest it like that. That usually works. We wait. I'm hoping I'm backed in correctly. Like, there is a little bit of a gap at the back because there's no lines here and the ground's really uneven, so it's hard to gauge. But I've just decided, like, it's a small gap. If it's a problem for them, they'll just come out and tell me. If it's not 100% a problem, then I'd rather just leave it as it is, because I've already pulled forward about 3 times and everybody keeps trying to get past, so I'm like, you know what, let me just stay here. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy some coffee. I'm probably gonna brush my teeth again because I fell back asleep and my mouth feels all like, and I'm really weird. I brushed, cups just fell over. But yeah, so we've got about a 5-hour, sort of nearly 6-hour drive today. I'm gonna break it down. So we're gonna do 4.25 hours to a place in South Holland, Illinois. Only really because they have a Dunkin' Donuts. That's really the main reason, if I'm being honest. And then after that, so we'll do the bulk of the drive in the morning, and then in the afternoon it'll be like an hour and 36 minutes just to get there. And like I say, my appointment's at 4, so it's 9 now. We've basically got 7 hours to make a 5-hour drive, so if they don't keep me here too long, we'll be okay. The longer they keep me here, the quicker I'm gonna have to like hustle to get to the appointment, so, which I don't love. I hate rushing, and I like to take a little break here and there, so we'll see how it goes anyway. But for now, I need coffee. Okay, so we are done. We've been here about 20 minutes. That was great. But I do know the guy that works in the office, Heavy. We get on really well. He's just come to say hi. So I don't know if that's got something to do with it. Right, we have our seal. I'm going to go ahead and apply that, and then off we go. So luckily that didn't take very long at all, and we were able to get out of there and make some progress towards our delivery. Look at this, guys, a leak. I don't know why that's happening, but I thought I'd show you. So this particular location is located in the heart of Detroit. It's very easy to get lost around here, so you have to be careful, and sometimes they have a lot of construction going on. But it's not too far from the highway, and I sometimes sleep there if I'm waiting to cross the border and I haven't had my load cleared and I'm not able to cross back into Canada. I'll just go and sleep there for the night because it's literally 15 minutes from the border. This is me continuing the journey through Detroit, but for some reason I occasionally end up taking the wrong exit. It's very easy to get lost in Detroit. There's lots of random exits and you can get kicked off onto one that you didn't mean to take. And I ended up doing just that. I took the wrong exit by accident. I had to swing around here, as you can see, and then it took me through the centre of Detroit, which is not where I usually go. Normally I go on the highway, but yeah, we had to go through the actual like more residential areas. But it was kind of cool actually to see, you know, just what was going on. I love to people watch, but it does happen a lot, which is kind of frustrating. Oh my God, why do I always get lost in Detroit? But in no time we found the highway again and I was able to resume my journey. That was until we hit an open way station, and as we all know, it's mandatory to go in or you can get in trouble with the DOT, and we don't want to do that because they're scary people. Basically the equivalent of the DVLA, DVSA, MTO, whatever you want to call it. You don't want to mess with the DOT. So we pressed on, and a few hours later we stopped for a little comfort break. So we're just stopping off at this 1:15 truck stop. We're in Marshall, I don't know where we are. Marshall, Michigan right now. I've not been driving that long, about an hour or so, but I really need the toilet. Plus my phone charger's actually in the back. So before my phone dies, I need to plug this in. But yeah, let's go and have a look around the truck stop and then carry on our journey. My girl, looking all pretty. Okay, so we just had a quick pit stop. There was a nice looking restaurant in there. If I had a bit more time, I would have loved to have pulled over, but unfortunately we have to press on. We've got 2 hours and 41 minutes to go till we get to Dunkin' Donuts, and then another hour and 45 from there. So it's saying we'll get to our appointment at 3 PM and our appointment's at 4. So right now we're doing okay for time. I just want to be sure not to spend too much time stopping off at the next place. And we're just going to run in, grab a drink and carry on. I just want to break the journey up a little bit. So yeah, just shy of 3 hours to go. It's currently 11:30 a.m. and it's saying that we'll get to Dunkin' Donuts for 12:58. Welcome to Illinois, that's the sign. It's honestly one of the most underwhelming state signs I've ever seen. You might have to go back and rewind it to actually find what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's just hidden away behind a tree, so that's nice. And here we are a while later, pulling into our Oasis service station. Okay, so we just pulled up to the South Holland, Illinois service centre. There's the Dunkin' Donuts here. I really need the bathroom. And then we have an hour and 44 minutes to go. Ooh, sorry. An hour and 44 minutes to go to our appointment. So let's grab a coffee and head out of here. This service centre is really cool. It's accessible from both sides of the highway and they have some interesting Abraham Lincoln artefacts and memorabilia, which is very cool. Can you believe this is a medium? It's literally the size of my head. That is insane. It's like a large to me. Here we are. And then in addition, I got some of these bagel bites. They're very hot still, which is crazy. But they're like mini bagels filled with sour cream. Not sour cream, cream cheese. So an hour and 44 minutes to go and we'll be at our delivery. They're like pull forward parking spaces, but like there's two of them, one in front of the other, so it's just really difficult to... God help me if there was more trucks parked here. Luckily it's kind of empty, but... Okay, we are free. So we carried on down the highway and I will never get tired of seeing the big yellow school buses. It still just brings me so much joy. They have them in Canada too, but I still love seeing them. I don't know why. And here we are driving through a little town. Forgive me, I cannot remember what this was called, but I just thought I'd show you some more of what parts of Illinois look like. So I like to show you guys as much as possible. So here we are. This is the residential area. The houses were unreal. They honestly looked like some kind of doll's house. Like they didn't look real. So as wonderful as it was to pass by all this beautiful architecture, little did I know that in about 5 minutes time I would be in for an absolute headache. You guessed it guys, more road closures. This road looks kind of like trucks aren't supposed to be here, but whatever, it's only a short road. I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. It keeps saying road closed, road closed, road closed, and I have no idea. I need to call my dispatch. This is stressing me out. Hey Brad, it's me. I'm having a bit of a nightmare trying to get to this place. All the roads around it, like Creston Road, the road it's on, there's loads of signs saying like road closed, no through traffic, like, so I followed the detour only to get to the other side and then it says closed again. No, like where I'm trying to turn left, it says do not enter, no truck. I'd literally have to back out of this road. Like there's no way for me to, I could try and turn left because it's a short turn, but I don't know if I'll make it round that corner. No, I don't think I'll make it round that corner. I'm gonna have to back out onto the road again. Thank goodness for this angel walking past me. Hi hon, sorry, I've got myself stuck because there's so many road closures. It's telling me to turn left here, but I can't obviously, so.
If you just go down this street and turn back and go this way, go straight down.
Yeah. You think I'll make it round this road, yeah?
Just going down this street and turn.
Yeah, okay, alright, thank you for your help, honey, thanks. Right, I'm turning down this road. I can make this turn, just have to watch for the parked cars, but I'm not sure what's going to meet me at the end of this road, so... Oh, for God's sakes, it's saying no right turn here. Jesus Christ, I'm literally about to cry. I literally have to go left here, basically. Right, see, I see the detour things again, but I just followed that and it took me some stupid way, so... Oh, but that says no trucks. You go. Saying turn left here, but it says no trucks on that road.
After 800 feet, turn left onto Avenue C and then turn right.
So as you can see, the road that we had to turn down had a road closure sign, but obviously other trucks were starting to turn down there, so I thought, screw it, let's follow them and see where we end up, because I was tired of going round in circles, and a journey that should have taken us 10 minutes ended up taking about an hour, and a lot of stress. So here we are, you can see the road closure that we were stuck on from the other side here, and the road was closed just before the entrance to the distribution centre. So we finally made it. I took a breath and we went to check in. So we made it here. There is a queue to get in, so I'm just going to run to the toilet. But oh my god, that was a nightmare. Okay, so after all of that, I cannot be seen today. They've rearranged the appointment for tomorrow morning because they didn't think I was going to get here on time. So now I have to come back at 5:30 in the morning, which is very frustrating because I honestly just had a nightmare trying to get here, and I really don't want to do that again tomorrow. So I'm just going to turn around and we're going to head to the Loves and hunker down for the night, but I really need a shower and everything, so I'm just hoping that I turn around here. Yeah, that is very frustrating because it was so hard to actually find this place with all the road closures, so I'm just really hoping that tomorrow I don't have as much of a problem. I managed to figure out an easier way to get there, and we soon ended up at the Loves about 5 minutes down the road. So I pulled into this parking space. Don't at me for being lazy. Yes, I did a pull through space. I just could not be bothered. Okay, so we just got to the Loves. I've parked up. I don't love that I have to get up at what, 5:30 she said? Oh, she might have said 5:30 by accident, but it definitely says 7:30 on here. I'm not getting up at 5:30, so yeah. No, apparently it is 7:30. I think she just said it wrong by accident. So I've also been advised to get my lug nuts tightened or whatever, so I could technically do that today. So I'm gonna just walk over to the mechanics and see what they say. We'll see. We'll speak to them first, but I know one thing for sure, I really do need a shower tonight. Let me just make sure I've actually got a shower credit. I should have one left over from last week, but they do expire after so many. Okay, so I do have a shower, so we're doing that tonight for sure. I'm very excited for my shower. Let's go speak to the mechanic. Okay, so good news, I just went in and spoke to the mechanics, and they are going to bring somebody round to where I'm parked to retorque the lug nuts, which is great. So I don't even have to move, which is fantastic. I was worried they'd be like, oh, pull out, come into the shop, but I just told them I need all the wheels doing on the truck and the trailer. Gave them the information. They were like, give us 5 minutes and they'll send someone round. That is absolutely incredible. I was like, do I need to do anything else? Like, I don't know how they charge you or whatever, but unless it's like all included, I have no idea how it works. But he didn't ask me for any more information, so yeah, so apparently the guy's gonna do that. It's absolutely scorching here. It's 31 degrees on the temperature gauge, and it's only what, 4:30 p.m. so I'm gonna wait for it to get cooler before I have a shower, because if I do that now, I'm just gonna be like sweating by the time I've had a shower. So I'm gonna wait for the sun to sort of go down a little bit. So that means I've got a couple of hours to kill. Now I could go into the Loves and see what food they have, but I don't really want to spend any more money, so I am just gonna have a jacket potato, which means that I have one of two options. I can either sit and play my PlayStation, which is very tempting, or I can get on with doing some editing, because to be honest with you, since I came back from England, I've not really done much editing, which I've just, you need to be in the right mindset, to be honest. And yeah, I'll get a video up as soon as I can, but by this point it will have already been up, so don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And here's the lovely gentleman retorquing my lug nuts. Bless him, he was out there for ages and it was absolutely scorching hot. He had to do it on every single one of my wheels, both truck and trailer. So thank you to that kind mechanic. I decided to wait till the next morning to go and check in for my shower, because I thought I'd best be fresh for the day ahead. So we went in, I grabbed all of my toiletries so I could have a nice refreshing shower to start the day. Okay, good morning guys. So I have just been for my shower. I got up at like 5:45, had a shower. It's now 6:54 and I'm just finishing my pre-trip, getting ready to go, and I'm really hoping that we can get to this place much easier than we did yesterday, because obviously all the road closures. Apparently you can just go down the road that says road closure, but because of previous experiences I haven't wanted to do that. So yeah, we're almost ready to go. Our appointment's at 7:30. It's going to take 6 minutes to get there, and then we will see about getting unloaded and then where we're going to end up after that. So yeah, but the weather is shocking today. Look at this, 30 degrees yesterday and now this. I'm sorry about the audio quality on the GoPro, guys. You're going to have to bear with me. I know a lot of you comment saying get a microphone, but they cost a lot of money, and also you have to sync the audio up separately in post-production, which is a lot of work. So please, for now, just bear with me until I can afford one.
And then you're all good to go.
Excellent, thank you for your help. So we have to go to door number 22. We have to back in with our doors closed and our seal intact. We have to slide our tandems all the way to the back, go to door number 23, give them the paperwork, and Bob's your uncle. So here's what this particular yard looks like. You never know what you're going to be faced with every time you go to a new place. So it's always a little bit nerve-wracking because you don't know what the backing situation's going to be. But this really wasn't too bad. There was lots of space. It wasn't incredibly busy. And we got backed on in there and the unload began. Okay everybody, so we are done unloading. I have my bill of lading and I've just called dispatch. Apparently I'm reloading tomorrow morning in Wisconsin, which is exciting because I've never been to Wisconsin before. So he said just head to that general area, but they are going to try and get me a load along the way. But on the way I am going to go via that Love's that we just stopped at last night to refuel. So yes, let's plan our day. Alright, so it's 2.5 hours from where we currently are. We are going to go back via this Love's though, because it's like 5 minutes away. Ada's next stop. Okay, so that's great. And then on the way, oh, there's a Love's here, never mind. Cancel that. And then this is the next stop. There we go. So 20 minutes down the road, there's another Love's, and then we will be crossing the border into Wisconsin, which is very exciting. So here, around this area, Belvoir, we will be crossing the border. Why is my truck revving more than usual? That was very weird. My engine started revving on its own, and it was like the RPMs were going up and up and up and up, and I was like, what the heck? I wasn't doing anything. None of the buttons were pressed or anything, so I was just a bit like, what the heck is going on? So I tapped the accelerator really fast and it's just stopped, so I'm very confused. I wonder if it was regenning, but it doesn't actually tell me that on here, so who knows? I don't know. I'm still new here. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know. Anyway, so we're gonna plan to stop in Wisconsin, and I want to get a magnet because we've never been to Wisconsin before and I'm very excited. Yes, so my truck isn't being possessed by a demon. It is actually just doing a regen. I called my mechanic and was like, Chris, what's going on? Why's the truck got a mind of its own? He was like, don't worry, just give it 20 minutes. Okay everybody, it's off to Wisconsin. Alright, voiceover Jen taking over once again. So again, you'll have to forgive me for the audio quality. It won't be the best. I did have an external microphone that I used for the voiceover specifically, just to make things a little bit clearer, but unfortunately it broke about 4 weeks after I bought it, so I need to get a new one. And in terms of recording audio directly through the camera, I will have to eventually save up and get one of those Bluetooth mics. So please be patient. I know a lot of you guys get a little bit frustrated, so please be patient with me. But here we are fueling up. So in the US, you have 2 fuel pumps on either side, as you do, I guess, in most places. The difference being that in America, you can fuel both sides simultaneously, whereas in Canada, you can only use 1 pump at a time. So a little interesting fact for you there. So as we're getting fueled up, we're using the little window washer squeegee thing to clear our windows, making sure that our mirrors as well are nice and clear, because there's always something to wipe off the glass and mirrors. Like in the winter, it's salt and snow, and in the summer it's bugs, so there's always something to have to clean, which is frustrating, but it's handy that they have these little buckets and squeegees at every truck stop. After we're done fueling both sides of the truck, we then have to pull forward slightly and fuel up the reefer, which is what we're doing now. The reefer unit or refrigerated trailer has its own isolated fuel tank. that powers the motor so that the trailer can stay on at all times, keeping things nice and cold. I'm super interested to hear though, guys, how everything compares to the UK. So from what you've seen in Canada and America from my vlogs, how does it compare to the UK? So for example, what's it like to fuel the truck up? And how are the rest areas? Where do you sleep at night? And what's the shipping and receiving situation like? I'm really interested to know, so please drop a comment down below with your experiences. So we quickly stopped off at the Wisconsin Welcome Centre because I always have to get my picture, and then we went a couple of miles down the road to a Pilot because I also need my magnet. Oh, and look at this guy. So I luckily pulled round here, pulled forward and backed in like this, but yeah, look at this guy. Ooh, it's pretty. Wow, that is impressive. Okay. All right, you guys, so we got our Wisconsin magnet. But yeah, we've got 2 hours to go to our destination. All right, guys, so we are parked up in Ripen, Wisconsin. It's a relatively small town, but there's a McDonald's over there. There's a Taco Bell and a KFC over there. So you know what I'm having for dinner. And then there's also there's like this grocery store chain in America that's relatively new, I think, called Hy-Vee. I've never heard of them, but I've seen them everywhere like this past year. There's one over there. It's like a Walmart type thing. I don't really know much about it, so I might take a walk over there. It looks like about a sort of 10-minute walk. And then, I don't know, like, I'm just going to try and explore because, you know, I have time to kill. My load isn't ready till 7 a.m. tomorrow, and it's now 2 p.m. So I've got a whole afternoon to kill, really. I don't really want to spend too much money, but that's what this is all about, is like, I want to explore places and not just sit in the truck all day. So I think I'm going to go for an explore around Ripen. Okay, let's go. When we talk about alternatives to Dollar Tree in other countries, in Canada it'd probably be Dollarama, even though nothing's a dollar anymore because it's all so expensive. And in England it would have to be Poundland, I suppose. That was so nice. The cashier lady was so friendly. Apparently there's a few British people that live around here, so that's cool. So we're going to go get some lunch at KFC. I was going to have a salad for lunch and then get this for dinner, but I honestly don't know if I'm going to have to do a delivery before the end of the day. So just in case I have to move on, we are going for lunch at KFC. The KFC menu changes from England, America and Canada. It's crazy. So this is my famous bowl. It's basically mashed potatoes, corn, gravy, cheese and chicken, and it's delicious. So this is the Hy-Vee supermarket I was talking to you about. They do some absolutely insane stuff. Like, look at the size of that donut compared to the other ones. It was absolutely ginormous. They do such a fantastic diverse selection of cakes. You wouldn't believe how big this place is. Like, the freezer section's huge, and you can get the most gigantic bottles of alcohol I've ever seen. Okay guys, so there's no Uber here, but I have just found a taxi company, and basically they're charging me $4 to go into town, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just waiting for the driver now, but I'm not sure who I'm looking for, so we'll see. So, as you probably guessed it, the people who founded the town of Ripen, Wisconsin did in fact name it after the town of Ripen, located in North Yorkshire, back home in England, which was a pretty cool talking point with the locals. The founding settlers hoped that it would be just as fruitful and as prosperous as the original town, its namesake, and it does also happen to be the birthplace of the Republican Party, but we're not going to hold it against them. Nobody's perfect. Okay, so we made it into Ripen. It was $4 in a taxi, which is arguably a lot cheaper than an Uber, because I was saying $8, but there weren't any drivers. So we are just going to have a look around and see what happens, basically. There's a pub there, so I could always get a non-alcoholic Guinness. There's a pizza place down at the other end, so I'm thinking maybe start down that end and work my way back this end and just see what's open, really. The answer to that was honestly not a right lot, but that's totally fine because I still had a blast going on an adventure and exploring somewhere new. I honestly could have walked here from the truck stop. It was about a 30-minute walk on the map, but without knowing the route exactly, I was a bit hesitant because some small towns in America don't even have sidewalks. So it turns out that a lot of the places closed at 2 and it's now 6. There's some food places open though and a couple of breweries, but honestly it's just nice to get out the truck and have a walk around. So yeah, I'm not mad at all. I just got finished up at the public house in Ripen, Wisconsin. Everybody there was so lovely, and I had 3 mocktails. They were all very nice, and I got talking to a lovely lady called Noreen. She works with disabled dogs, and she was really sweet. She was part of a running club that go in there for a beer after every running session, so that was cute. And then the bartender Walter was chatting to me, and everybody was lovely, and he said it's a really safe town and everybody basically leaves their cars unlocked. So yeah, everybody's really nice. And I noticed at the gas station that people would like leave their cars running with the key in the ignition, like in the engine on, and they'd go into the gas station. And I'm like, oh my god, like, do people do that a lot here? And they're like, yeah, it's a really safe place. People leave their doors unlocked all the time. Like, so I feel pretty safe walking home. Well, I say home, back to the truck stop. It's about 15 minutes from here, and there is an ice cream parlour on the way, which I want to check out. The closes at 8, and I'm just passing some absolutely gorgeous houses, and it's just a really picturesque, lovely little town. It really was gorgeous, and you guys know me, I will never get over these vinyl fronted colonial style houses. I think they are absolutely gorgeous, and it is a dream of mine to own one day. I really did feel very safe walking alone through this town, even though it was just about to go dark. Look at these houses, guys. They're just beautiful. It's such a lovely little town. No word of a lie, I just watched a beaver run from one house to underneath another house, and I really wish I could have filmed it. I tried, but he ran under the house before I could get my video on, and he was so cute. It was a little beaver. Oh look guys, a Cybertruck. And this is where we wanted to go. The sweet and salty ice cream parlour. This place was everything I hoped it would be and more. It had some really lovely homemade ice cream, a very extensive menu. You could get smoothies and sweet treats, and it just looked like an absolute Americana diner vision. It was really cool. I managed to come in like 15 minutes before the lady was due to close shop, so I quickly ate my ice cream because I didn't want to outstay my welcome. I opted for banana ice cream with chocolate fudge sauce. Oh, that was so delicious. I should have eaten something savoury first because I feel a bit sick now, but we're just down the road from the truck stop. It's probably about 5 or 6 minutes further down, so yeah, I should have probably got some food out, but I wasn't hungry at the time, but now I am hungry. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna go and get nice and cozy in the truck because it's a little bit wet and rainy at the moment, so yeah. Of course I didn't end up going straight back to the truck. Me being me, I ended up in a Chinese restaurant. So I ordered a portion of crab rangoons, which is basically a small appetizer. Fun fact guys, I'm actually terrified of crabs and lobsters, so I had to check with the people in the kitchen that the crab rangoons weren't made from real crab, and it was in fact just the imitation fish meat that they call crab meat. So it was lovely. We're not far from the truck stop now, just about 5 to 10 minute walk. It's still quite light out. It's overcast though. And I must say, I felt incredibly safe. Like, I really have. Everybody's so nice. I know it doesn't matter where you go. You always have to have your wits about you. You always have to take precautions. But I have felt particularly safe in this area. So that's been really nice. As a solo female truck driver, that's been really comforting. So yeah. Oh, look, a motel. How cute. I think the McDonald's counter ran out at 99 billion. So here we are, home sweet home. There's our truck. That's where we went before, Dollar Tree, Hy-Vee, KFC and Taco Bell there. And we've just come all the way from down there. So we've been on a proper adventure today. There we are, there's our little home for the night. Oh, it's good to be back. And I came back at the perfect time because it has just started chucking it down. So I'm going to get an early night tonight, guys. And tomorrow morning at 7 a.m, we have to be at the shipper that's about 20 minutes away from here. So yeah, we're going to get up nice and early, which means an early night. And we're going to get loaded and see where we end up next. But once again, thank you, Ripen, Wisconsin. Oh, guys, I forgot. I also got a fortune cookie from the Chinese. So let's see what it says. So it says, your next Chinese meal will bring you more cookies. But the actual message on the back says, embrace each challenge as an opportunity to prove your strength and resilience. So I can definitely resonate with that. I don't know if that's a fortune or just like my life story. That really has proved to be true over the past few weeks, especially with all these bloody road closures. So I'm going to keep that so that I can look back on it and my fortune can inspire me when I'm having a mental breakdown on a closed road. So the next morning we rolled on out of there, said goodbye to the beautiful town of Ripen and headed 20 minutes down the road to our delivery. So we did what we had to do and we started heading back to Canada. So as we were driving north, I believe I drove for about 8 hours that day, and it was an extremely long day, topped off with the fact that I spent absolute hours crossing the border at Sarnia. This is basically just me complaining about how long it took me to cross, but I'm not going to bore you with me just moaning about wait times. So here we are at our delivery in St. David's, which is right near St. Catharines, Ontario, and we're making our final delivery of the week and then it's back home. I am absolutely obsessed with this housing estate opposite. I think the houses look so gorgeous. Every time I go past, I'm like, oh, what job do you have to do to own a house like that? Okay guys, so we're all unloaded. We've got our bill of lading and we've got 3 hours to go back to the yard, but I'm probably going to cut the video here because I just want to go home. So I'm probably not going to film anything, but thank you so much for joining us on another adventure Please make sure you're subscribed, comment down below, tell me if you're a truck driver or if you just enjoy watching the videos. Give me some suggestions for other trucking YouTubers that you watch, whether they're English or American or Canadian. Don't forget to check out the Patreon page, patreon.com/Jennifer Winters, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. As always, thank you to our wonderful patrons for supporting the channel. I wouldn't be able to make videos without you guys, so thank you for the continued support. If you would like to consider joining Patreon and supporting the channel like these guys do, please head over to patreon.com/Jennifer Winters. And if you're a truck driver from England who wants to move to Canada and do the same thing I did and drive trucks all across North America, then you can download my 60-page ebook. It's available on Etsy, and it takes all of the experience that I gained moving by myself when I had no guidance whatsoever and condenses it into a comprehensive guide so you don't have to mess around half as much as I did. You can check it out by searching bit.ly/England to Canada.